thank you so much for joining me. And I am excited to chat all about True Justice, Eye for an Eye. I'd love to start off since this is the second in the series. What was it about the True Justice scripts that drew you guys both in originally?
For me, it was just such a dynamic cast of characters and such a new, fresh take on the Hallmark mystery and the Hallmark rom-com. It sort of blends them together in a really beautiful way. And, of
Mhm.
course, then I fell in love with the cast and we have far too much fun together. And it sort of feels like a yearly retreat getting to work with these guys every year now.
Yeah, for me, with the first one, I thought it was so different with for a Hallmark, written so smartly, and yeah, just really compelling characters. And I think with number two and three, we definitely hone in on each of our roles and our characters within this world, which is just making it more fun to return to every time with for me, Eli and the gang. So. Yeah, I love these scripts so much and this cast. So I think it's just such a joy to come back, and I was so stoked to do number two and three.
I would say that I really noticed the dynamics in the camera angles in two, which I loved with the retelling of the stories.
Mm.
And I was like, that was just smart and clever. And I had actually think for a second of like, you weren't there when you were telling the stories. And that's what I love when you have to take that second guess. So,
Yeah, and that is all due to our director, Lisa Soper, who brought some fresh ideas to this, to this franchise. And I think as an actor, we did number one, but then we
mhm,
did have a different director. Lisa was new for number two. It was so great, Kat, I think, to like have a fresh perspective and a way of delivery, and kept
mhm.
us, I think, all sharp and on our toes a little bit more, and it was just a fun, dynamic way of shooting, especially yeah, what you're talking about there at the end, Catherine, with like
Mhm.
storytelling was yeah, it was just so much fun.
No, I agree completely. Lisa brought such an energy that was fresh and new and exciting and sort of allowed us to lean into a little bit of the fun eccentricity that this group has in the way that they solve crimes. And it sort of brings their young, fun energy into the way it's shot and brings you into the
Mhm.
story with them. And I really, especially for, it's a fresh take, I think, even for Hallmark. I haven't seen anything like that. And just to be a part of something that is sort of progressing the way that things are thought about and seen, I think is a really fun dynamic for us.
Absolutely. I mean, and I don't want to, I get like kind of the vibe, and I'm sure you guys have heard this too. Like for me, especially this movie, because there's a dog, like the Scooby-Doo gang, but not in a
Of
bad
course,
way. But you get what I'm saying, where it's just like the mysteries, you guys just basically had your mystery machine too.
we did. Marisa
Yeah.
literally bought us all Scooby-Doo hoodies when we wrapped.
Oh, okay. Then I'm not
Yeah.
off on my
No,
We're
we
full Scooby Gang.
we refer to ourselves as the Scooby-Doo gang. So yeah,
okay.
you're not being insulting by saying that. We joke about it all the time, and I think with number two, especially start to lean into that. I guess I'm
Mhm.
Fred, who's the most lame of the bunch. Sorry to say here, guys,
Yeah,
but
I'm Daphne. It's fine.
yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I
We'll
should.
see
We
if the
should.
wardrobe changes and you'll start wearing those fancy white shirts with the red tie and then the orange
You
shirts.
wear an ascot in this movie, do you not?
I do wear an ascot in this movie.
There we go.
I think there should be in like number four, if we're so lucky to do it, just like one scene, Cat, where we're all kind of wearing Scooby-Doo clothes. Like Liam's got a green shirt on, I've got the white polo. Just
Yeah.
we'll pitch Nikki on it. We'll see.
I'll bring the purple coat back. Although there's that one scene where I'm in the purple coat. I think Maurice is in a turtleneck. We might already have it.
We're
Kind
already
of.
doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, either that or you're really going to push for a Halloween movie where you're going to just go all in as the unspoken joke of what it of you guys as the Scooby-Doo gang.
Ah, I would love to do a theme movie on this with True Justice.
Okay.
Catherine, we've talked about so many ideas because I think what we've opened up here too is just a world of possibilities with cases with these characters. So yeah, hopefully that, if we get to keep doing this, yeah, there's like so much fun stuff. I think that is
Semester abroad. We could do Renaissance Fair. We could do
yeah,
Halloween. Do
Oh yeah.
Christmas. We could do
that's
all.
Ki- that's always Kat's first one, a semester abroad. You keep coming back to that, Cat. You
I
really
want to
want to
film
do
a
a
Game all the
location. Yeah,
coats. Let's go.
You know what? It's only, I think everybody should have at least one abroad movie in this Hallmark universe
Right?
because
Right?
there's just something special about them. I'm not in charge of budget, but I'll take it. We'll be,
Yeah,
we'll be
I did Polar Opposites, which
hmm
was, did you watch that, Catherine? It
Yes,
was
I did.
The Antarctica. So we went down to Brazil, Argentina, and Peru for that movie. So yeah, and
hmm
that was an experience of a lifetime. So we just gotta start pitching Hallmark here, Cat. It starts
Let's
now.
let's
Starts
go.
now.
It starts now, and I mean, we always do what we can on social media and we ask for our pairings and we ask for ideas. And I mean, like, I have four scripts. I'm not a writer, but I was like, is there a way to just be a script, or a story idea person? And one writer did come to me, and she goes, "Yeah, that's what the story by is." I'm like, "Oh, sign me up."
Oh, that's awesome.
So we'll see.
Catherine,
We'll see
yeah.
what happens.
Yeah. Start tweeting at Hallmark for us.
Wait,
Hey. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, one of my favorite dynamics between Casey and Eli is, of course, the lovers. I mean, yes, I'm going to flat out say it: friends to lover, enemies to lover, all of these things that are in there, but definitely the enemies to lovers. So what is it about that trope as an actor that is so fun to play, but also what can be challenging about that specific trope?
Mm.
I mean, as a fan, as a reader, as everything, I'm a sucker for an enemies to lovers trope. I
Mhm.
really am. Because it's that spark, it's that chemistry, it's that tension. They're I think with Casey and Eli, they're similar in ways that they don't recognize, and that's why they butt heads. Um,
Mhm.
but I think now in this movie, they've earned a little bit more trust between the two of them. And from Casey's perspective, at least, she has to rely on Eli for advice about her brother and about other things. And I think she's sort of learning to, the more she learns about Eli, she's learning to really enjoy getting to lean on him a little bit more.
From an acting perspective, it's just a journey, right?
Mhm.
When you start, you want to be a changed character at the end. That's the best version of storytelling, and I think that has to do with also relationships as well. And it's more fun to watch as an audience member. It's more fun to play as an actor. So the enemies to lovers thing is just, yeah, I think tension was the right word there that Kat said, and tension breeds. Um, entertainment at the end of the day. And so it's just so much fun to have that journey and to watch Eli and Casey grow together as human beings, possibly into a relationship. We'll see one day,
Mhm.
possibly, yeah. So it's just like nice to show up to work every day and also clock, okay, where are we at
Yeah.
in this journey? And you get to pinpoint, where Casey and Eli are together and have fun within the comedy of maybe not being in the same spot yet, right?
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
that's a lot of fun too.
Well, and especially when I feel very lucky getting to work with someone like Markian who is so down to like play and experiment and see like, okay, what if we try this and see does this work comedy wise or romance wise or whatever it is, and kind of find those, he's bringing as many ideas as I am, and we're always trying to find those little moments even that aren't scripted to build what this relationship may or may not become.
Mhm.
And that's, I mean, that's the joy of it for me.
Oh, absolutely. All right. And that's one of my favorite questions to ask too, is how much of, because obviously you guys are given a script, you know the direction, but you're building that as you're going. So like this movie being the second movie, or did you put in maybe some quirks? Not quirks isn't the right way, but something that is a little bit more of your character, like maybe we'll notice going forward, like there is just something that speaks to them and who they are versus what you did in episode or movie one. I don't know, like body movement or something along
Mm.
those lines, because you're just as you're getting to develop and play all through the course too.
I'll go for Eli of that. I was able to not be as rigid in number two and three. I
Mhm.
felt like Eli in number one was very, very protective, and by circumstance of like the case, obviously he just lost his girlfriend. Casey just lost his her brother. There was a lot of heaviness, and I think that it's a tougher to play lightness when you're dealing with such heavy subject matter because it's not quite appropriate to the tone
Mhm.
of the entire movie. Now with number two, we get to see for me, and what was more fun to play was what is Eli if he's not so serious all the time? you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so it was for me finding his sense of humor and, you know, Catherine, you said his quirks, like how is Eli goofy? Because I think everybody's goofy in real life. So what's his version of being goofy or what like how smart is he? You know, maybe he's really book smart, but he's really not smart with the love stuff and interpersonal relationships. And there's a lot of fun and comedy and somebody who's really tone deaf a lot of the time with social cues, which I think Eli is to some degree. So for me, it was just finding more of Eli's lightness, goofiness, and how does that manifest within this rigid character that we saw in number one.
Yeah. And I think it's largely the same with Casey in a lot of ways. She obviously isn't dealing with her brother's potential lifetime, sentence. And she does get to have more fun in this and kind of let her hair down a little bit more and enjoy this sort of fun. I think stylistically we're finding the characters a lot as well. Our wardrobe department is really starting to hone in on like who these people are and their style, which I think informs a
Mm-hmm.
lot of our characters, but also as friends we've grown as people off screen, and so that lends to our friendships on screen as well. There's a level of comfort with each other, especially when we're all in the apartment and we're all just all over the furniture and all over each other and whatever it might be. It feels like a real group of friends in college.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think like one of my favorite dynamics is me and Liam's, like Eli and Liam's. This
Mm-hmm.
weird, like we're like not friends. We're kind
Yeah.
of enemies, but we respect each other, but also like really frustrate each other. And the way
Yeah.
we handle cases very, very differently. So yeah, that was a lot of fun to play in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a person who gives advice that you're like, I don't need that advice. And then at the same time, yeah, you do.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
you
do.
do.
But I don't want to
Yeah.
take it from you. I wish it wasn't coming from you, is what it is.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that actually brings me, because there is, you like you said, there is that magic when the Justice Warriors are all together on screen. Without giving too much away, can you hint what your favorite scene of the Justice Warriors was in this movie?
Ooh. I mean, for me, I had a lot of fun. I love the days when we're in the apartment and where it's all four of
Mhm.
us and we all get to do all this stuff. But I had a lot of fun. We have this scene where we play cater waiters and we go undercover.
Mhm.
And we did a giant one shot and we were, having to kind of handle props and figure out how to do all of that all day. And I had a lot of fun with you and Marisa, kind of figuring out,
That was
talking
so fun.
into our flower arrangement corsages at each other.
Yeah, it was like I don't know what we would call that, like a Mission Impossible sequence, a little bit of like
Huh.
dun 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 dun. That's what it
Yeah.
really truly felt like on the day when we were doing it, spinning in and out of each other. It was,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if I didn't have to say that scene, because I think that was my favorite sequence to do, and then like the whole spill at the end was just so much fun. Was you know the first time, remember, Kat, when we did shoot that ending sequence where we're retelling, we were in the PSC meeting when we kind of got the aha gotcha moment where we solved the case, and we had this new way of filming this and walking in and out of the scenes, and the way Lisa, directed us was really like, hey guys, really stay on this, really. And I think it was so much fun as an actor to just hit the gotcha and
Yeah.
deliver these monologues. I guess Casey has the most in that, but the I don't know, the tone of that was so much fun and so different from what we had done in number one. So that really invigorated my uh, love for this character, but I think about what we're doing with these movies was just, and that was pretty early on, Kat, that we were doing that scene. Like we
I think
did,
it was our first day.
yeah, it was like our first day because we shoot out of order, right, Kath? And like we
Yeah.
Hmm.
like depends on location. And the ending was like one of the first things we shot. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is fun and gets to set the tone for the rest of the shoot, you know?
Yeah, honestly, I remember filming that. That was another one of my favorites because we did that scene and I remember being in that scene with you guys and we're all just like on each other and swooping in with the next fact and the next
Yeah.
thing we gotta gotcha them with. And it just felt like I was like, oh, we're back, baby. We're back.
Hmm.
Let's go, Justice Warriors.
Yeah. There was also the scene with I think it was Kimber's son playing the video game. Uh
Mm,
with
yes.
with Liam and I because that was Liam and Eli coming together for that was like our first time really working together as like we got to do this and without Casey or Sarah. So again, Alex and I got to figure out what is our working dynamic and then do some stupid getting around this kid in the house and it's not often I get to do physical comedy in
Yeah.
film. It's just very rare. It's very rare to do it because it doesn't really read, Charlie Chaplin. The style is a bit lost. But yeah, that
Bring it
was.
back, Markian.
I'll
Bring it
bring
back.
it back. With True Justice, we're slowly bringing physical comedy back and gags
Too.
to
I mean,
cinema.
I will say, when you put Marisa and I together, we are truly like Lucy and Ethel. We will put physical comedy into any and everything we possibly can, to the point where they have to be like, okay, guys, but we actually have
Yeah.
a scene that we have to accomplish. We
Yeah,
can't
we
go
get
that.
carried away really easily on this
We
set.
really do.
We really do. I think there's
Well,
some scenes on the cutting room floor that I'd love to see because I went so far as Eli, and they're like, he can't be that crazy, Mark. And I'm like, all right, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am all for seeing the deleted scenes. Like I'm going to Christmas Con or not Christmas Con. I'm going to Hallmark Christmas Experience for the third time this year. And my thing is always like, where's we just need a session that has all the deleted scenes, like because those are just things that I'm always the one who's fast forwarding to the end of the DVD for that.
Yeah.
So well, you guys obviously get to work with Hallmark faves, Nikki and Ben. So who is somebody else you'd like to see in the Hallmark universe come in a future movie to play?
Oh, whoa. That are in the Hallmark universe
Yeah,
already?
in the Hallmark universe that you'd love
Oh
for
my
them to come
gosh.
and play too.
Oh my
Oh, I'm terrible with names, but what's her what's her name? My God,
Oh no.
Catherine, help me. I'm so bad with names. She's from Mean Girls, and now she's a Hallmark leading lady.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I knew her name until you just asked me to say it. And now I'm
Lacey?
Lacey.
Yes.
Lacey
How do we
Chabert?
get Lacey Chabert into True Justice is thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm like over here forgetting her name. I'm asking her
Oh,
to be in the
and I
movie.
didn't mean to put you too much on the
No, it's
spot,
fine.
but
I also would be remiss if I didn't say my old Shadowhunters buddy Dominic Sherwood has been down in
mm,
the Hallmark universe, and it would be a fun crossover to bring him into our world.
Yeah.
absolutely. So, what is your favorite part of working with Nikki and Ben?
They're like mom and dad. I mean, truly, they know Hallmark so well, and any questions we have, especially since Nikki's the writer and one
Mhm.
of the creators of this whole series, it's always so wonderful to have her around, because if we have questions, if we want to talk things out, or whatever it may be, she's so knowledgeable, and they've brought us. I feel like they've welcomed us into this world as like the next gen in such a beautiful way. We love having them around.
I they are anchors, of this series. They are in their characters, but also as people too. I feel so comfortable when Ben and Nikki are on set, Cat. Like
Yeah.
when they're part of our scenes, I'm like, oh, we're taken care of. We are we are good. And I think that because of their wealth of experience within the Hallmark world, they are just so comfortable in this setting, in their shoes as human beings, but also on camera. So they do play on, in the movie, our mentors.
Mhm.
And that energy is absolutely just personally there as well too with Nikki and Ben off camera. So I think it's just so well cast and everybody brings exactly who they are to this series, which makes it a really special, film and
Mhm.
experience to me. And hopefully that comes across for the fans because that's how I truly feel about this movie and these people. I love doing these movies.
Oh,
I second that
wonderful.
wholeheartedly.
Well, I have one last question for you guys, and hopefully it's a quick one. If Justice Warriors had their own podcast, what slogan would you each give it?
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
oh.
So it's like Justice Warriors. It would be the Justice Warriors
So it would
podcast.
be the four of you guys on a
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
What would your
Yeah.
tagline or your slogan be?
Go,
It's
go.
like would be like a Justice Warriors podcast, 1 hour episodes where we solve crime, and it'd be like solving crime in 1 hour's time. Justice Warriors.
Ooh. That's
Yeah.
good. Mine was Shenanigans and Justice for All. So I think Mark wins on that one.
And I would listen to both of them, and I cannot wait to see movie 3 and definitely have our fingers crossed for more to come. Thank you for chatting with me.
Thank
Thanks, Catherine.
you.